What is good? Welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys fresh while this thought is on my mind. I'm actually filming this on a Saturday morning. And last night, I had a gig last night and it went really well. Yeah, so last night I had a gig. I had a music gig. If you don't know, I am a local singer-songwriter. So I had a gig last night and it went really well. It went really well. As always, if you are a singer-songwriter or are a performer or you have gigs, you know how it is when you never know who's gonna show up, whether it's your family members or a friend from fourth grade or your neighbor or somebody that you didn't even know was following you on social media. People show up to your gigs, you'd be like, what? So last night was kind of interesting because it was kind of an interesting group. One of my I don't know if we're friends. I mean, we're definitely connected. It's not disrespecting or want to overstep anybody's boundaries, but we're definitely connected. I would just say one of my creative associates. Her name is Sharice, and I actually love her. Actually, but her name is Sharice, and it was her birthday, and so she hit me up and was like, "Hey, I might come to your gig," and she sings as well, amazing, just amazing all around. But she was just like, "Hey, I might come to your gig Friday night, because it's my birthday." So I'm like, cool. And so she came to the gig, and of course, I'm like, oh, I got to sing happy birthday to you. And so she brought her friend, and which I met, and also my oldest cousin was there. Like my older cousin, you have those older cousins that are like, way older than you, like by like 20, 30 years. And so, you don't know whether they call them cousin or auntie, Also, my drummer for tonight, because last night it was just me on keys and vocals. But tonight I'm actually performing at this really cool venue with a band. So I'm excited about that. So my drummer came to my gig last night, just to sit in and just to support. And so the four of us afterwards, we just kind of, fellowshipped with each other. We kind of, introduced ourselves, and, the four of us just kind of, just talked. And so, I asked my friend Sharice, I'm like, what are you guys about to do tonight? And she was just like, oh, I was like, it's your birthday. And she was like, we just want to go get some ice cream. Like, we're all in our 30s. Like, we're kind of like past that partying phase. And she's, a new mom or whatever. And she was just like, we're about to go get some ice cream. And she was like, you guys want to come? And I was like, yeah. Like, and it's funny because last night at my gig, like I didn't have wine. I didn't take a shot. I didn't do any of that. Like it was a brewery. I didn't even try their beer. Like after my performance and also during my performance, all I wanted was a Coke or a Pepsi. Like that's all I wanted. I just wanted a Coke or a Pepsi. So I was just like, I'm about to go, get me a Coke. And so we all began to talk about like me wanting the Coke and, them wanting ice cream. And so while we were talking, I asked Sharice, I was just like, by it being your birthday and by you turning a new age, like, what do you want in this moment? Like you're coming into a new age, like, this is a new time for you. It's practically your day. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want? Like, what is the desires that are at the tip of your heart? And she was like, what do I want in this moment right now? Because I want ice cream. And I was like, no. I was just like at this moment of your life, with your birthday, what is it that you want? And she was just like, that's an interesting question. And so I asked her, I said, well, are you content? You know what I'm saying? Because I do believe you could be grateful and still have desires. You could be content and still have certain desires. So I was like, are you just, content and, where you are right now? And she was like, no. So I said, well, what are the desires at the tip of your heart? And so she began to, talk, and she was just like, I want balance. She was like, as a new mom, I want balance. As a career woman, I want balance. And she was just like, that answer can get so deep for me. And so we all just began to talk. So we all just began to listen to her. And then she, looked at me and she was like, well, what about you? Like, what would be your answer? Like at this point, at this moment in your life, what do you want? I was just like, at this point in my life, just being 33, I know at this point in my life, I really want companionship. Like I really want somebody in my life. And I think as I have gotten older, that's just something that I am becoming more and more unapologetic about, because even with the internet and even just society period, as a man, you're supposed to be this guy that's like, I'm not, I ain't focused on, I ain't worried about no dating, I ain't worried about love, man, I'm out here focused on my grind and on my grind. But it's just like, I've been single for 11 years and I have yet to meet somebody that where it just sticks. And I was just like, I want companionship. Like, a lot of times I deal with loneliness a lot. I do. Like, I deal with, and I'm not in loneliness in the sense where it's like I hate being by myself, because I do everything by myself. I go out to eat by myself. I take trips by myself. I, pay my own bills. I do all of that. But I was just like, I want somebody here. You know what I'm saying? I want somebody to share moments with. Like, and I was like, also community. At this point in my life, I just feel like I'm not a part of something. I'm not a part of something that's bigger than myself. Whether that's a church, whether that's a musician's band, or whether that's a book club. I don't even know what it is. But I just feel like I want community. Like, I want to be a part. Even now, I can just get emotional. I get emotional thinking about it, because sometimes I feel alone. Like, sometimes I feel like I don't have anybody that helps me be accountable. Like, I love, being a part of something that's bigger than myself. And I was like, I just feel like I don't have community right now. Like, even with friends, like, I feel like I don't have like friends that are like active friends. And I talked about this on TikTok. Like, I feel like I don't have active friends, like friends that actually want to do stuff. Like, I have friends that I could, call and talk about, like musician friends where I could talk about music all day. Or I have friends that are just like, oh, I'm just calling to say hello. But like, friends that actually want to do stuff or actually just want to come over and kick it. Like, I don't have that. And I was just like, it makes me feel lonely a lot of times. And I was just like, so for me right now, my most top desires in my life right now is companionship, romantically, community, and I was like, also 3, creative freedom. I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I just don't. I want to be able to be in a point in my life where I am being supported financially by my creative endeavors and by my creative experiences, whether that's musically, whether that's content creation. I just want to be on the road and all of that. I want to do urban plays, but I was just like, I want creative freedom. I want the freedom to be able to wake up on a Monday and know that I could go to the gym at 10 o'clock rather than have to go at 5 a.m. because I have to be to work at 8 a.m. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, I just want that creative freedom. I want that freedom creatively. I want more fulfilling moments. And I was like, in just number 4, I want more money. Like, I want more money. Like, I want more money in my life. And so, we began to talk about that. And so then after I went, and then my Sharice's friend went, and she began to talk about how she wanted companionship as well too. And she was like, I want that too. And she was like, also, I want, financial freedom. And she was talking about her job, how she turned down a specific, source of stability as it relates to her career because there was no freedom in it. And so then after she went, my drummer began to talk about how, as a man who is in his 30s, he wants a family and he wants to continue to drum. He wants to make more music, and so he wants to buy a house. Like, so we all just began to sit around and talk about like where we are, but also what we want. And so I said to them last night, I was like, I have to get on my Zoom. If you on TikTok, you know that reference. But I told them, I was just like, I have to get on YouTube tonight. And it was too dark for me to film because I wanted to hop on this camera last night. But I was like, I have to get on YouTube and I have to talk about this. Like, about being honest about where you are and what you want. I was laid off from my job 2 months ago. And of course, the most logical thing to do is be like, get another job. Go ahead. And which I'm working on, but at this point in my life, I feel it very necessary for me to just stop and just say, whoa, before we get back into a routine and okay, up at 5. Okay. You got it. Okay. All right. Let me ask myself, while I have this downtime, while I have this break, let me ask myself, what do I really want? What do I really want? it's about being honest with yourself. And it makes me think about the story in the Bible where, Adam and Eve and all of that, they ate the fruit. Excuse me. They ate the fruit and all that. And God asked them, he said, Adam, where are you? He said, Adam, where are you? And so God wasn't really asking Adam where he was because he didn't know. But he wanted Adam to tell him where he was. And I feel like that's where I'm at. And I feel like God is asking a lot of us, where are you right now? Have you assessed your life right now? Have you assessed your situation outside of your routine, outside of what you have to do? Have you stopped and asked yourself? Have you stopped and given yourself the freedom to answer the question and to ask the question, what do I want? At this point in my life, I'm not talking about, being greedy and not being grateful, because I think a lot of us, we are thankful. I think a lot of us, we are very grateful that we have jobs, or that our bills are paid, that our family are healthy. But aside from all of that, what do you want? I'm not asking what can you afford. I'm not asking what you think is right. I'm not asking you what you think your parents or your family want for you, but what do you want? Is it more money? Do you want to come up in your career? Do you want to, have your own business? Is there a desire in you? And I'm not talking to the people that's like, oh, I'm good. I'm just, hey, I'm talking to people that have a burning desire that you are afraid to speak out. I'm not asking you to do anything today, but to desire and to speak that desire. So I say, give yourself the freedom. And it comes with being honest about about where you are right now. What do I want to be out of work? Do I want to be no. But one thing I do know is that this is a launching pad. This is a launching pad for where I'm to go next. And of course, I'm looking for work. Of course, it's okay, where's the next job? But I know for a fact that what I really want, I want this to be a launching pad for where I'm going next. And so I want to be happy. I want to be happy. And so I don't know, but this day, I want you to ponder on that. I want you to ponder on that. I'm not asking you to make any changes yet. I just want you to ask yourself that question. What do I want? And this is what I want you to do. Two things. I want you to buy your notebook. I want you to write down what you want. I listen to a lot of Mel Robbins. I love Mel Robbins. She talks about this all the time. And it is so true. I want you, number one, to write down, what do you want in this moment? Maybe about 5 things. Write down 5 things. What do you want? At this point in my life, this is what I want. At the top of the paper, I want you to put, at this point in my life, this is what I want. Could be anything. I want to sing in front of a crowd. I want to be married. I want a new job. I want to break away from the job life. I want to move to a new city. That's what I want. That's what I want you to put. I want you to write that down. Number 2, I want you to speak it. After you write it down, so it's 3 things. Write it down. Number 2, speak it out loud, because you need to hear yourself. You need to hear yourself tell yourself these are the things that you want, because you need to know that it is okay. It is okay to want more. It is okay to want bigger. And after you do that, number 3, I want you to tell somebody. Of course, tell somebody that you trust. Tell somebody that that can handle the level of that vulnerability, or that level of honesty from you. And I want you to tell them, this is what I want in my life. And give them space to affirm you. Before you talk it down and be like, no, I just don't try to justify it. Give them space to affirm you. I told somebody the other day about my dating life. We were talking about that, and I was just like, with work, with music. I have always felt like there is a bigger life waiting for me outside of my city. And I told somebody the other day, I was just like, I have this nagging desire to relocate, because I crave and I desire in my life right now, at this point, I desire newness. And I just feel like there is a whole life waiting for me outside of where I am physically, like in my city. And I was like, I want to relocate, but I'm scared. I really am scared. Really am scared out my mind to do it. Don't even know where to start. Don't even know where to go. But I always have this desire, like, I just want to live somewhere else for at least a good 5 years. I want to try it. But, and I told somebody that the other day, but I don't know. Give yourself the freedom. Give yourself the freedom to desire and to speak those desires. So again, I ask you, what do you want? And if you feel led, if you feel comfortable, comment down in the comments just about one or two things that you want. I just want health. I just want more money. I just want to get through school. I just want to, whatever it is, comment down below. And yeah, I think I'm going to be doing more of these sit down videos where I'm just talking to you guys, because I really do want to build community with you guys. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Mark's Manifestations, and hit me up, inbox me, talk to me. I'm super chill. You can say anything to me. I don't care. And I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye.